talking about minimalism that often involves decluttering. However, there are ways to live a minimal life that don't actually require decluttering. So if you don't really feel like decluttering, or maybe you've done so much decluttering and you need a break, but want to apply minimalism to your life in other ways, this video is for you. I'll be walking you through 4 different ways that you can practice minimalism without decluttering. If I had to sum up minimalism in a very simplified short phrase, I would say keep the best, declutter the rest. In this case, we're not trying to declutter, but we want to always prioritize the best. What works the best for us, what brings us the most value, and let go of what doesn't. So you'll find that to be true, or that theme to apply here with the other things we're talking about. A first great example is screen time minimalism. How much time are you spending on a screen, and are there things that you can do to shift that focus? While so much of our lives are just naturally on screens now, and it's not inherently evil, I do think that at a certain point, having constant stimulation and too much going on a computer screen, phone screen, TV screen, any other screen can be a lot and can maybe mess with our mental health. So if you can, try to keep the best of your screen time, what you enjoy the most or what you have to do in the case of work and whatnot, and try to limit what's not adding value. Maybe you've always been used to just having the TV on whenever you're doing these other tasks, but maybe try turning it off one day and see if that makes a difference. If you're not giving something your full attention, or even if you're just compulsively on your phone anytime there is a dull moment, give it a try not doing that and looking to an alternative option. Even just being chill and sitting there, or being fully immersed in your surroundings could have a positive impact at times. Schedule minimalism is also so important. Of course, the items in our space do matter in terms of how we feel, but I think how we spend our time might have a much larger effect. Again, certain things may not be able to be cut. Work is work and certain tasks have to be done. But if you are giving your time to things that are no longer adding value, maybe you can cut back on those different things. Maybe it's about prioritizing more time with the people that matter most to you and not showing up at something just because you feel like you should or that you have to, when in reality you don't. It's not a required commitment. Modifying the way we spend our time can be very important in helping us live a meaningful life, because you won't feel like your precious time, which we can't get more of, is being wasted at things that don't matter to you. It also fits into saying no up front, so you can keep your schedule more open for what matters, maybe even scheduling in those priorities. Another way to practice minimalism without decluttering is to practice spatial minimalism. And this can also be considered to set certain belongings aside or to an out-of-the-way place for a certain amount of time to see if you really need them in the future. So it can have decluttering side effects, if you will. When we practice spatial minimalism, we get the chance to curate our space more as we would like to without having to worry or deal with the bulk of items that we've been saving but don't actually add as much value. A great way to start practicing spatial minimalism is in your bedroom or even with your wardrobe. Curate your ideal seasonal wardrobe based upon the items you have, and remove the items from opposing seasons and set them off to the side for a certain period of time. In the past, I used to actually put things inside a suitcase I had, but also you can put them in bins or even less easily accessible areas. This allows you to experience the benefits of minimalism and have extra space to really see what you have and use those items while it is most impactful to do so. And then you can always consider decluttering some of them later or switching it out as the year goes on, based upon what is needed. And this cycling through of items is nice because you aren't faced with the challenging decision of whether to keep something or let go of something, but you get to enjoy more space and openness and less distractions in your everyday life, which can still be quite meaningful. Finally, consider practicing financial minimalism, in which you are focusing on living on less, spending less, maybe even considering a low spend or no spend challenge. This is really helpful to get your finances on track and to prevent us from making financial mistakes we'll regret. Spending less can have huge benefits. Of course, you're able to save your money more easily for things in the future, such as those big financial goals you have. But even better, from a minimalism or spatial perspective, you're less likely to bring new things into your space that you then have to find a spot for, figure out how to use, clean them, maintain them. Honestly, each item we bring in is a lot of work. So by not buying it in the first place, you can save yourself a lot of these other things we've talked about, like time and having more clutter in your space. I hope you found these helpful, but of course, if you do want to do more with decluttering, I've got a lot of videos for that too. I'll leave some linked right here for you. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.